The world is constantly changing with many new innovations made every day. Hi, hello, and welcome to Science Talks, where we talk about how the world moves along in the new age and how our world's problems arise and can be solved one step at a time. I'm your host, Sind, and our theme for today is food security in the 21st generation. Food security is having access and assurance to safe, sufficient, and nutritious food that regularly accommodates people to living a healthy lifestyle, regardless of their status, location, or capabilities. Regularity is important as it assures the supply of food ahead of time, temporarily not having enough for the day but having a stable source over time. Safety nets are established to provide equal opportunities to the less fortunate. For the statistics and details, Vince, feel free to take the lead.
Hi, I'm Vince, your co-host, to provide you with the statistics. The first graph depicts food insecurity in the Philippines. The year that were duly recorded are from 2018 to 2021, and the rest are estimated data. That said, the years 2018 to 2021 demonstrate an increase from 3.2% to 5.7% in food insecurity. Initial estimates of data on security from the years 1999 to 2015 show a severe decrease in food insecurity. This leads us to conclude that our country is, in the short term, struggling. Even more as insecure has risen today, when we compare the Philippines data to first world countries like Singapore, in the difference, it's so obvious. This second graph illustrates definite data in Singapore from the years 2015 to 2021 that has mainly risen but experienced a drop in the years 2019 to 2020. The rose back from 0.7% to 7% of food insecurity. In comparison, Singapore has stagnant behavior throughout the same years despite the minimal drop in food insecurity compared to the Philippines. Accordingly, Singapore in 1999 had an estimate of 1% of food insecurity and a prediction of 1.8% food insecurity by 2028. As for the Philippines, 12.7% of food insecurity has been reported as an estimate in the year 1999 and a drop of 4.7% in food insecurity as a prediction for 2028. Just by viewing the graph, the differences of both countries are easy to observe. Food security from first world countries compared to third world countries differ in their issues, where a first world country's issue might have to do with the quality of the food they get, while a third world country's issue lies in the quantity of the food. With excess of food, a first world country may also face the issue of food waste or having to practice with caution in mitigating and contributing against environmental adversities. Meanwhile, a third world country would have to worry if there would be enough food to ration, just to last for the month. Issues not only lie within food and resources, but also from external factors such as a person's income, the weather for the month, and the state of the environment.
Hi, I'm Jasmine, an expert in animal biology with a passion for aquatic animals. I'm here with Carissa, a friend working at an NGO advocating for food for all. Let me start by saying that 30 years ago, as per the reports by Freethink, scientists discovered a way to grow Aqua Advantage Atlantic salmon in half the time of conventional salmon by injecting them with Chinook salmon and Atlantic cod growth hormones. This salmon is the very first genetically modified animal for food, and Sylvia Wolf, CEO of Aqua Bounty, revealed that they require 25% less food. According to Ignatz and Company, a low temperature of 10.5 degrees Celsius or 13.5 degrees Celsius is best to maintain their weight and nutrient utilization.
There are concerns about potential escaping into the wild and safety. The company has implemented measures to prevent escapes, such as location in its facilities in a region without native salmonoids and employing high levels of physical containment within its facilities, including layers of containment around escape routes and ensuring that the majority of the fish are sterile. A study by Anne Claret and her group included two groups of 300 participants. Each showed demographically 60% female and 40% male from Spanish regions. The result was that the uninformed group preferred farm fish, while the informed group preferred wild fish. For more of a recent perspective, a study by Ana Diaz Manrique and Wald shows that buyers are more focused on the mortality rate of GM salmon processes.
Participants in the discussion believe that the stigma surrounding GMO products is exaggerated, that there should be no shame in purchasing them, and that perhaps labeling them GMO products is what intimidates the common public.
Yes, meaning opposing brands would use the term GMO free and or hormone free despite challenges from regulatory bodies and advocacy groups. CEO Sylvia Wolf is tasked with demonstrating the commercial viability of AAS and opposing the use of the term bioengineered. After extensive scrutiny, regulatory bodies in the US have deemed the fish safe for consumption. Dr. Hal Lehrman from Virginia Tech explained that the Federal Food, Drug, and Cosmetic Act was used because the transgene effectively functions as a drug by altering the structure or functions of an animal, unlike traditional Atlantic salmon.
AquaBounty conducted baseline research on the biochemical composition of Atlantic salmon to demonstrate that their product was comparable to conventional Atlantic salmon.
Hi, so our next informers are Romeo Navarro and Raymond Bassett, experts in their field. They have PhDs in agricultural sciences and masters in agribusiness management. So, tell us about the pink pineapple.
Wow, thank you for that introduction, but I am by no means at Romeo, the genius level.
Okay. Wow, okay. Thank you for that. But so, actually, we've spent so much time together, but I'm actually afraid my intelligence have rub on you. So don't worry about it.
So, I'll leave you to it, guys, so feel free to discuss. See you!
Okay, let's prove it. Pink pineapples have been modified by manipulating the lycopene and beta-carotene content in the fruit. Lycopene is a red pigment commonly found in tomatoes, watermelon, and papaya and is known for its antioxidant properties. The benefits are that it is rich in vitamin C and A, as well as dietary fiber and bromelain, an enzyme that aids in digestion. The normal pineapple is only rich in vitamin C.
Wow, you actually memorize skills are impressive. You learn from the best, huh?
Watch this. If you're a chef and want to have like a fancy way of serving pineapple, the pink pineapple is worth it. But if you just want to eat pineapple, then it is not worth it. So for me, just go for the normal pineapple, which will save you a lot of money. And there are a lot of ways to present the pineapple. The only negative part of the pink pineapple is that the price is too much compared to a normal pineapple, with a $6 difference, while the pink pineapple costs around $10 in the US.
Oh, it's actually like a lot of difference. So anyway, moving forward, it's now my turn in the spotlight. The pineapple is limited in quantities and has only a designated location to get it. It's only accessible in the US and also Canada. Del Monte says that its pink glow and super sweet honey glow pineapples have collectively gained the company a 26% increase in year-over-year gross profit, hitting a whopping $62 million in the second quarter of 2023. This reports that Food Dive and Del Monte's net annual sales hit $4.44 billion in 2022, demonstrative of a consistent increase from $4.25 billion in 2021 and $4.2 billion in 2022. Read that pronunciation, huh?
Okay, well, fun fact, the cool part of the pink pineapple is that not only inside is it pink, but also has the plant leaves have a pinkish tinge, which adds an aesthetic appeal outside.
Plus, did you know that if you go to the official website of the pink pineapple, at the bottom of the website there is a section filled with the recipe for the pink pineapple. It is filled with 63 recipes for the pink pineapple. And most of the recipes consist are appetizers, main course, side dish, and drinks.
Alright, that was a cute segment. It's good to know that intelligent people can still make light out of info that can be a little monotone. So thank you for keeping the discussion easy to digest, yet something for us to ponder on.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, so thank you. Okay, I'll see them out. A pleasure to have you here, Annika. This legend right here has a master's degree in food safety, sustainability, and innovation, and a shining PhD in functional foods, nutrition, and health.
Let's get straight into it. I want to discuss something we both find interesting. Today we are exploring the Arctic apple, a GMO fruit engineered to resist browning. Join me as we uncover the science behind this fascinating innovation. Established by 1996 by Neil and Lewis Carter, Okanagan Specialty Fruits spearheaded the development of Arctic apples in 2022. These innovative fruits were meticulously engineered to combat apple waste, addressing the significant waste issue of food wastage prevalent in the apple industry. When the apple is bruised, it emits oxygen from the air inside the apple. Enzymes like polyphenol oxidase, aka PPO, react with the oxygen. This reaction causes fermented compounds in the apple to oxidize, forming melanin, which turns the apple brown. To reduce PPO production, researchers utilize RNA interference, aka RNAi, a molecular biology tool that targets and breaks down specific RNA structures. By introducing RNA sequences through RNAi, PPO RNA is degraded, lowering PPO levels. Researchers have developed an anti-PPO gene that produces RNA to target and destroy PPO RNA, inhibiting the production of PPO enzymes. Arctic apples are created to those who believe wholesome foods are essential for a healthy lifestyle and looking for fruits that are unmatched in quality, convenience, and sustainability. Arctic apples are available in 3 flavors, which are the Arctic Golden, Arctic Granny, and the Arctic Fuji, and are available in 2 sizes, 5 ounces and 10 ounces. Arctic apples are sold in grocery stores in the United States and Canada, as well as Amazon, making them accessible to consumers across different social-economic backgrounds. In the years 2015 to 2016, Arctic apples gained regulatory approval by the sales in Canada and the United States. In 2017, the debut of Arctic Golden Fresh Slices marketed their introduction in select U.S. test markets. Subsequently, in 2019, Arctic apples became commercially available, solidifying the presence of the retail landscape. Okanagan Specialty Fruits announced the completion of its 2021 Arctic apples crop harvest on November 30. The company, located in Washington State, developed and grew Arctic apple varieties known for their extended freshness, harvesting around 1,350 acres, including the Arctic Golden, Arctic Granny, and Arctic Fuji varieties, yielded approximately 20,000 bins, totaling 70 million pounds. In 2023, 3 varieties of non-browning Arctic apples developed by a Summerland-based company and now being produced in a new 110,000 square foot packing house in Washington State. Officially opened by the Okanagan Specialty Fruits in late September in Moses Lake, the facility conventionally located just a 3-hour drive south of Osoyoos, supported by the company's own orchids spanning 1,250 acres and situated with a 30-minute drive from the packing house. The facility ensures efficient supply chain management. Additionally, a new climate-controlled storage facility is slated to open next year. Based on the Amazon reviews, there are mixed reactions to the Arctic apple. Some enjoy the GMO-based fruit, while others find it to have a sour chemical aftertaste. Additionally, some reviewers notice issues with the Arctic apples turning brown.
I have a question for you guys. If Arctic apples started selling in the Philippines or your country, would you purchase them? Would you like to take a bite out of a GMO apple? Tweet #ColdApples or #AppleInMyThoughts.
We are going to do something special for this segment. To keep the audience intrigued, let's do more of a Q&A strategy for this part of the documentary. we invited a knowledgeable interviewer to ask more specific questions to better handle the topic. Wency, I'll leave it up to you.
Thank you so much, Sin. So here we have the esteemed pleasure of speaking with Dr. Isa, a leading scientist in the field of genetics and biotechnology. Dr. Isa, thank you for joining us today.
And thank you for inviting me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Let's dive right into it. So, Dr. Isa, your research on GMOs has recently made the headlines. Could you tell us about your work in this area?
Certainly. My team and I have been exploring the potential of genetic modification to enhance various aspects of agriculture and food production. GMOs offer a new way to introduce specific traits into plants and animals that can improve crop yields, increase resistance to pests and diseases, and even enhance nutritional content.
That's very fascinating. One of the more controversial topics within GMO research is the concept of mouse milk. Could you shed some light on what mouse milk is and how it fits into your research?
Well, scientists have achieved successful milking trials in mice, raising hopes for the production of human breast milk substitutes. Mouse milk is a term coined to describe milk produced by GMO mice. Through genetic engineering techniques, scientists have modified mice to produce milk in a similar manner to nutritional composition to cows and other dairy animals. This milk contains essential nutrients such as proteins, fats, and vitamins, making it suitable for human consumption.
Can you possibly walk us through the process of extracting mouse milk?
Alright, so scientists identify and isolate genes responsible for milk production in other animals such as cows and then introduce these genes into mouse genomes through techniques like gene editing and transgenesis. Those modified mice can produce milk with desired nutritional properties. To harvest the milk, in order to isolate the protein, scientists had to put anesthesia on the mice and use tiny pumps adapted to fit their teeth. In 1987, an article by New York Times reported that scientists had successfully transplanted the gene for crucial human protein into female mice, prompting these mice to produce the substance in their milk. The protein in question is a tissue called plasminogen activator, or TPA, which plays a crucial role in restoring circulation in the heart muscle during a heart attack. By dissolving blood clots, TPA minimizes damage to the heart and improves the chances of recovery. The researchers utilized advanced genetic engineering techniques to create a hybrid gene containing genetic material from both mice and humans. These hybrid genes was then introduced into fertilized mouse egg cells, which were transplanted into female mice. Remarkably, the transplanted gene became activated in the mammary tissues responsible for milk production, and this in turn produced the human protein in mice milk.
I love how we can envision the expansion of the possibility of using mouse milk. So what inspired you to pursue research into mouse milk?
The idea of mouse milk originated from the need to address malnutrition in certain populations, particularly in regions where access to traditional sources of protein such as dairy products is quite limited.
I see.
By developing a plant-based alternative that can easily be grown and harvested, we hope to provide a sustainable solution to this pressing issue.
Interesting. So, critics of GMOs often raise concerns about the safety and the long-term effects of consuming genetically modified foods. What measures have you taken to ensure the safety of mouse milk and other GMO products?
So, as a researcher myself, safety is always our top priority in any endeavor. Before any GMO product is approved for consumption, it undergoes various rigorous testing and evaluation to assess its impact on human health and environment. In this case of mouse milk, we had several extensive studies that have been conducted to ensure that it meets the necessary safety standards and regulations set forth by regulatory agencies.
That's actually great to know. So, What's the accessibility of mouse milk in the 21st century and its impact on different social classes?
Mouse milk is a niche product. As stated previously, mouse milk is originated from the need to address malnutrition. So, the social status is marketing to our lower class people. But the problem is if the government has the capabilities to subsidize this alternative, as mouse milk can be an expensive product because we don't have the market yet. A liter of this milk is produced from 4,000 feed milks, and 1 liter can cost up to $22,000. However, a concern for the science community as of now is the misinformation that spreads and ruins the public's perception on certain products. For example, the study done by Sweden and WAFA 2019, they collected data on social media platform called Weibo to get different posts on how this soybean GMO causes cancer. They found that even though professionals disproved these claims, people were still anxious towards this GMO. How does this relate to mouse milk? Well, I believe in the future of mouse milk can help in aiding society. But we first have to change the views of the people, make them realize that even though this method of getting milk is unconventional, it has been tested to be safe for humans and animals. And that is all I will conclude for this interview.
That is truly a groundbreaking work, Dr. Isa. Thank you for sharing your insights with us today.
It was my pleasure.
Hi, so take a seat. This is Miguel Albenco. He is the president of another NGO called Food is Humane. His organization is famous for helping create policies to create feasible solutions for those struggling to access food in third world countries. So, take it away, Miguel.
Thank you for the brief introduction. I have a special focus on the innovative world of GMO watermelons. These vibrant fruits aren't just delicious, they carry the potential to revolutionize our food systems and confront pressing challenges such as food security and sustainability. Before we start, did you know that there exists multiple shapes of watermelons, such as cube watermelons? But guess what? These watermelons are not genetically modified organisms. Those are just grown in different shapes of containers and are the result of traditional crossbreeding methods. GMO watermelons are the result of advanced genetic layering methods such as CRISPR or Cas9, allowing scientists to imbue them with beneficial traits such as pest resistance, improved nutrition, and resilience to environmental challenges. Anthracnose, a damaging disease affecting watermelon crops, threatens plant health, affecting leaves, stems, and fruits. However, GMO technology offers a potential solution by equipping watermelon plants with resistance to a rat known as anthracnose through targeted genetic modifications, thus safeguarding crop yield and quality. According to the National Library of Medicine, genetically modified organisms have been available for commercial purchase since the 1990s, allowing producers to increase crop yields through bioengineering that creates herbicide-resistant and insect-resistant varieties. The accessibility of GMO watermelons isn't uniform across different social classes. While large-scale farming operations may readily adopt these innovations, smaller-scale farmers might face barriers such as high costs, as well as limited access to technology. This discrepancy underscores the importance of ensuring equitable distribution and support mechanisms to ensure that all farmers can benefit from these advancements. Access to GMO watermelons has broad implications. These modified crops offer farmers increased yields, reduced reliance on chemicals, and better livelihoods, while consumers gain access to more nutritious produce, potentially addressing malnutrition and food insecurity. Yet, socio-economic gaps in access must be addressed to ensure inclusivity and sustainability. Limited access among poorer or smaller scale farmers perpetuates dependency on traditional methods, hindering their ability to improve yields and livelihoods. Equitable distribution and support mechanisms are crucial to mitigate these disparities and to ensure all farmers can benefit from agricultural biotechnology advancements. GMO crops now cover 181.5 billion hectares, a hundredfold increase since 1996. Despite lingering concerns, studies show that their benefits including higher yields, reduced chemical usage, and increased farmer incomes. Scientific evidence consistently supports their safety and minimal environmental impact. GMO watermelons, in particular, offer promising solutions for a more resilient and equitable agricultural future. By staying informed and engaged, we can unlock their full potential to address global food security challenges. Thank you for joining me on this journey toward a more sustainable food system. Let's continue striving where we progress together.
Thank you so much. And that concludes Science Talks. As the world constantly develops more and more problems, let our daily news be the light in the darkness for future generations, to show you that there will always be innovations that create solutions. We talked about the many ways of acknowledging the potential risks associated with GMOs, including unintended environmental consequences and potential health impacts, which are crucial. Viewers, it is our responsibility to do our own research and as well as to do rigorous safety testing, as well as transparent regulatory frameworks which are essential to ensure the safety and ethical development as well as the deployment of GMOs. In conclusion, while GMOs are not a sort of panacea for all of the world's agricultural and environmental challenges, they represent a valuable tool in our own arsenal for creating a more sustainable and resilient future for all of us. By leveraging the potential of genetically modified organisms responsibly and ethically, we can make sure that our significant strides toward addressing global food security, climate change, and environmental sustainability. From pretty yet expensive pink pineapples, cold yet possibly risky Arctic apples, and mouse milk, enough said. There's a lot that science can bring us. And at the end of the day, it's society, us, whether we trust these GMOs in our lives. Again, please tweet #coldapples or #appleofmythoughts so we can hear your concerns or excitement about the innovations of our future.